Wonderful people, my name is Nick, and today you guys can obviously tell that I'm doing a Facecam commentary. For anybody who's been around the KRNG Clan channel for a long time, you guys know that sometimes I throw one of these in there on one of my commentaries just to mix it up a little bit, throw a little curveball at you guys, do something, you know, just a little bit different, refresh it. Hit the refresh button on it. But anyways, guys, this is a double DNA bomb on the map Solar by KRNG Tally. If you guys don't know who Tally is by now, which you should, he's been around a while, but you know, he's been one of the most consistent and dedicated players since way back in Ghosts. Well, actually way before that, but since, at least in KRNG, since Ghosts. And, you know, he's just an awesome player. He was a good competitive player, too, when I played 360 with him. Don't know if he's still playing competitive over there on PS4, because he transferred consoles to the PS4, the master race, quote-unquote. But anyways, guys, go sub to him. He's at over 1,900 subscribers. He should definitely be able to get to 2,000. He's been working on his channel for a long time, and almost 2,000 subscribers to show for it. So I know that'd be a huge milestone for him, guys. So please go over, subscribe to him. Anytime I commentate, people say they get a lot of love on their channel. So that is something that I really, you know, take pride in getting you guys to go over there and show them some love. So keep my good name up. Go show the person, the player, a lot of love over on their channel. They definitely deserve it way more than I do, especially. And, you know, click that button after this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. Today, I actually want to talk about the whole snowpocalypse in Buffalo. If you guys live in the United States, or if you guys are from the United States or Canada, you probably know about all the snow Buffalo is getting. They're getting feet on feet of snow, like some crazy once-in-a-generation, they said, type of amount of snow. And if you guys are outside of the country and you know you don't get a lot of snow, well, we up north in the United States get a ton of snow. I don't live in Buffalo, I live in Pennsylvania, but that's pretty close to where New York is. And I've gotten quite a bit of snow myself, but not nearly as much as in Buffalo. For those of you guys who don't know the whole like situation or whatever, they are getting absolutely destroyed. I think it's stopped now, or at least slowed down, because I believe their home football team is actually going to be playing at home this week. So that at least means that it's good enough to play on. But last week, they got, I don't know the exact number of how many feet it was, but it was crazy. And these cars were completely like blocked in the middle of the road, underground. There was no transportation. There was no driving through the streets. I mean, I believe there were 13 deaths, and I know a few of them were from cardiac arrest because people were shoveling snow. I believe a couple of them were also from starvation because they couldn't leave their house and they couldn't find or go get any food. I heard that was an issue. I'm not sure if people actually died from that, but it's really crazy that 13 people died because of a snowstorm. Now, when you think of a snowstorm, you think of snow days and you know, it's just fun. Like, I love the thought of a snowstorm. Like, when I'm sitting at home and I go to bed and I see it snowing like crazy and I wake up and a ton of snow happened, I'm always hoping for that snow day, and I absolutely like that feeling. I love that feeling a lot. I think that's an awesome feeling, but I guess when you get that much snow, it's kind of over the top. I mean, the fact that people were actually dying from it is just crazy to me, and something that really should not be able to happen. I mean, it happens, but it really doesn't seem like it should be able to happen. That's just horrible. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter wishing, like, I wish we got as much snow as they did in Buffalo. Like, no, you don't. You really don't. People don't understand how dangerous it actually was. Just to put it in perspective, I mean, the Buffalo Bills, the home team from Buffalo, obviously, who it's American football, for those of you guys who don't know sports very well. It's an American football team. They play at a stadium, obviously, outside, so the thing was covered in snow. They couldn't play their home football game this week. They had to actually go play in Detroit instead of Buffalo. And the crazy thing was, to get to the airport, to get these guys to the airport to fly to Detroit, they actually had to go pick up these players on snowmobiles. They had to go to their houses, each individually in snowmobiles, pick the players up, and then drive them to the airport. That is nuts. I don't think there's ever been a situation like that where there's so much snow in one city that everything is absolutely shut down. Now, I heard a bunch of stories, you know, not only through Twitter, but just through people that I know that live up around the Buffalo area. And I guess there's like food trucks that, you know, just parked outside for a day, and then they get caught in the snow because the snow piled up alongside of them and trapped them in a spot, and they would get looted by people because the people were starving and it was close to their house. Like, Doritos trucks were getting broken into and people were stealing Doritos out of there just so they could eat something, because that's how crazy bad, you know, this storm was in the grocery stores. I'm not sure if they were open or not, but either people couldn't get to them or they just weren't open in general. I feel like they have to keep some of them open in case people are, like they said, starving and need to go there and get food. But it's nuts, actually, the amount of snow that happened and what that can cause for a city. That if you guys don't know a lot about the whole snowstorm, I definitely would do some reading on it, or, you know, some research about it, how much they got, and, you know, what it affected, and the deaths on it. It was a lot of crazy statistics that I couldn't believe when I was reading about it, and, you know, seeing a bunch of these different tweets or newsletters or anything like that about it, or articles about it. It was nuts. I thought it was absolutely fascinating. That's why I want to talk about it today. Didn't have much of another topic, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to drop a like down below. My channel is nearing 24,000 subscribers, so I mean a lot if you guys come over to my channel, click that subscribe button. But of course, like I always say, the player does way more work than me. I sit here for 5 minutes, think of a commentary topic, and then talk to you guys about it. And you know, it's pretty simple for me. I do appreciate all the love that you guys show me when I do commentaries. It really does mean a lot to me. But guys, go show a lot of love to Tally. He's not very far off of 2,000, and like I said, he really does deserve it. One of my favorite players, and you know, a good friend of mine for sure. He's got a good personality to go listen to his videos and post fairly consistently, guys. So go show him some love. Love you all so much. I'll see you later. I'm out here. Peace out, Girl Scouts.